Leeds United are set to face Birmingham tomorrow on New Year's Day, and let's desperately hope for a New Year's revolution where Leeds United manage to turn things around, completely twist the way things are going at the moment, and get another victory. Get things back on the road again. But first of all, Happy New Year! Hope you had a good 2023. I hope 2024 is even better. For me, I've set myself some personal goals, and that includes trying to get this channel monetized as soon as possible. I'm aiming for something like 1,000 subscribers by my birthday, so let's hope. So if you aren't yet, please subscribe. But that's not important right now. Let's dive into the Birmingham City match. So before we get into the match itself, we need to talk a little bit about Birmingham City so far this season, and it has absolutely been a tale of two Birmingham cities. They've been both very good and very bad this season. They were 6th in the league until the 11th of October, but on the 11th of October, they made a mistake. They hired Wayne Rooney, and things have not been going very well for them since then. Since that point, they've only got 14 points from 10 matches, and just 4 of those points have been away from home, and we're playing at home. Absolutely fantastic for us, in my opinion. Wait a minute, I think that's the wrong way around. I think they've got 10 points in 14 matches, which is even worse. Sorry about that. In addition to that, their starting right back is completely unavailable for this match. It's Cody Drame, and it's because he's on loan from us. He can't play against his parent club. In addition to that, don't expect to see Tyler Adams either. He's just had 121 minutes this season for a mix of injury and not being good enough. Basic Tyler Robertsy things. I used to quite like him when he was at Leeds, but then he's not at Leeds anymore, so I get to make these jokes about him. In order to work out how exactly Leeds United beat Birmingham, however, we need to know more about the way that Birmingham play. And I think there's quite a lot of interesting stuff in here that you can properly dive into and find out what Leeds United need to do. First up, Birmingham are a very aggressive side in the challenge. They have the 6th most bookings in the division, and the majority of those have come since Wayne Rooney came in. They're a side that really likes to just kick their opponents and try and hammer them into submission and make sure that attacking players don't like attacking, because you don't want to run at someone that's kept on kicking you. In addition to that, they have a very low level of possession, just 42.8% on average, so that means that they look to counter a hell of a lot of the time. A lot of their goals come from counter-attacks and being able to sort of take teams by surprise. They rely on shooting from range as well. 39% of their shots have been from outside the box. By comparison, ours have just been 30%. That means that just over half of the time they'll bother getting the ball into the box and have a shot from there, but they don't really spend that much time trying to work a good opportunity. They will basically see a chance, have a shot, see how it goes. Long shots are their thing. A good thing for us, however, is they've conceded the 2nd most goals in the league from counter-attacks. That's 5 of them. I think it's Norwich City that have conceded 6 or something like that, and a lot of those came from us. And with Birmingham City having not played us twice yet, I feel like we can do a lot of harm there. Birmingham City, if I remember correctly, was one of those matches early in the season that we had where we struggled a little bit more than we should have. It was pre-Rooney, and if it was during Rooney, I imagine we would have absolutely dismantled them. They are not good at dealing with transitional stuff. They are very, very error-prone at the back, which means they'll make stupid mistakes, which will give us the opportunities to score a very nice goal. I think things are adding up for our very fast, very attacking side to do quite well here. And importantly, they have the weakest defence in the Championship since Wayne Rooney came in. I don't even know how to explain what he's done with the team. It was a team that was so well structured, so good both attacking and defending, and now it's turned into something, honestly, crap, that doesn't know how to defend. It doesn't know how to create good chances, and it's just sort of stuck in this weird flux state of being able to do anything of use. There is, however, one fairly big threat, and that's Jay Stansfield. If I remember right, he scored 7 goals so far this season, and is the player that we really need to shut down if we want them to not do anything particularly dangerous. On the subject of what Leeds United need to do, there's a few things that we need to look at. I've looked tactically at both of the teams, and first up, I think we need to be careful at the back. Carelessness is what makes us concede goals, including the one at West Brom where we just lost a man. And if we go a goal down, we know that teams can do the low block stuff against us, and we know that's not what we are good against. If we can deal with that, if we can stop that from happening, we'll be okay. In addition to that, we desperately need to try and create transition opportunities. We know they're weak at defending on the counter, and we know that we are good at attacking on the counter. We also know that they like to play a fairly low block. If we can force them into those transitional moments, I think we'll be okay. Having the home crowd on side would be absolutely essential for us as well here, because we're good at home. The team is absolutely pumped up when we are playing at home because the fans demand more. Admittedly, away sides are also just as pumped up and desperately want to score goals and stuff against us. For example, if Tyler Roberts starts. The amount of flack he got from the Leeds fan base a lot of the time, although a lot of it wasn't quite deserved, he will desperately want to score against us, and he'll be encouraging the rest of his team. He'll be saying Elland Road is a very loud place, and this is somewhere that we can really send a message. Also, let's be honest, we're against Wayne Rooney. There's going to be a hell of a lot of chanting, and the crowd will absolutely get behind the team, so we need to use that. We'll create a lot of chances, but I feel like we need to be ruthlessly efficient at the top of the pitch. The fact of the matter is, although we were efficient against Ipswich, we don't see it a lot throughout the rest of the season. As long as we're getting chances, if we're putting them away, we're fine. If we can beat Birmingham 6-0 and set the tone for the rest of the season, fantastic. I don't think that's going to happen, but if we can, brilliant. There's also a little bit of a change that I'd make to the squad. First up, I'd probably bring James back in because he was absolutely fantastic in the second half of the West Brom match. But I'd probably add a midfielder to the side. What I think I would do is I'd swap out Joel Pirou for a playmaker in case they get to play that low block. Maybe someone like an Archie Gray who can play those nice threaded passes. Kamara would be the perfect option for this as well. Gruev and Padu playing more holding roles while still being able to press up with Kamara would be very nice. And that gives Somerville, James, a little bit more license to bomb on and commit to bombing on, whilst Rutter isn't forced to drop all the way in and create opportunities from there. I think that could be a very good idea, especially if we are, as I said, trying to create transitional opportunities. Ultimately, my prediction for the match. I don't like making predictions in these matches because they could go quite wrong, but I think Leeds United will score early and Birmingham will be forced to attack, and that will open them up quite a bit. At the end of the day, what we struggle against is a quality low block, not the concept of a low block. Low blocks exist all over the place, and we've won our fair share of matches this season, especially at home against teams playing in that low block. That isn't Birmingham. Birmingham are not a quality side, and it's something that we can properly exploit, especially when trust in Rooney is already gone. Beat them well enough, and we could get Rooney sacked here, and that would be absolutely spectacular. At the end of the day, Leeds, please just win. That'll make things so much nicer. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. That was my Leeds United versus Birmingham preview, and I'm desperately hoping that we can get something good here. Like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe. Please help me push towards that goal that I've got for the new year. It'd be absolutely fantastic. Happy New Year. Hope you enjoyed. I will see you later.